forest/park in rural area near me, central USA. If you look up the name of the park, the first images are of cop cars swarming around the entrance after a murder/suicide occurred there a couple years ago. Other creepy shit happens there. Apparently someone found a skull on the bank of the river the park is by. I visit there many times with no creepy experiences. My friend shows me some abandoned buses and train cars deep in the woods that were dumped at about a 45-degree angle on a hill. There's an old car and shack in the woods too. Around August last year, me and another friend decide to go to the woods to try to find the buses and stuff. It's probably around 6 to 7 p.m. We get there and try to walk to the bank of the river initially, as it is close to the tiny parking lot, just a little dirt circle at the end of a long gravel road. Walk along trail through the dense foliage towards the river bank. River is overflowed probably 5 to 10 feet above where it normally is. Normally you can walk along the sandbar, but now many trails are underwater. Head back to car, walk along road a bit more towards the buses, past the tray line and past the abandoned shack. Sun is still up just above the tray line. In the woods now. Keep in mind the entrance to where we're going is a very simple opening in the foliage next to the dirt road, and a short hill down into a sort of flat area without any trails. The path forks off into a trail on one side. Go downhill, head south through trees to buses. It's humid as fuck down here. I remember it being so humid it was hard to breathe, and we realized the flat area had been flooded by the rising river and had become a swamp mostly. Path is covered by ponds of stagnant water. Insects everywhere, so many spider webs. Get to small clearing and sit down, can't find a way to get across to the abandoned stuff, so me and my friend just start discussing spooky stuff that had happened here, etc. This is when weird stuff starts to happen. Not sure if heat/humidity is getting to us at this point, but in retrospect we both distinctly remember starting to feel strange in the woods, like our minds became foggy and the events seemed to be mixed up from this point on. I see some people in the distance in the forest, maybe 2 or 3, ask my friend if he saw them. He doesn't. I look back and they shimmer off like a mirage right as I look. I don't think much of it and we continue trying to find a way to get across the swamp. Eventually give up and start heading back as it's starting to get dark. For some reason I can't find the exit even though I'd been here many times before. Up the hill we are having to knock down spiderwebs every yard or so. There are so many and I start heading down the wrong trail deeper into the woods. Continue on knocking down dozens of spiderwebs. I'm really not exaggerating, I had never seen so many webs in one place. My friend asks me where we're going, and I realize I took us the wrong way. At this point we both realize something is wrong and we need to get out. We're both in an almost delirious state. We head back and all the spiderwebs we knocked down are back up. I feel like I'm tripping or something and it's dark about this time. Knock them down again, head back. Somehow get lost on another trail and continue fumbling through spiderwebs. This trail gives me shivers to think about because it was at a spot between the flat swamp area and the road that I know contains no trail, only a layer of very dense foliage. My face when I walked on a trail that doesn't exist. Get to the end of trail, dead end, just a wall of bushes and trees. On my right I see the flooded river down a steep hill, and trees poking out from underwater where there used to be other trails and forest. Go back and repeat the same process of knocking down spiderwebs as they are all back up. We start panicking at this point and I decide the best idea at this point is to just run up the hill through the dense forest and try to find the road. Start climbing up and swatting down webs. There's more insects and spiders here than anywhere else I've ever been, and we get swarmed. Get out of forest, into cornfield, run across back to road. Walk along it to my car, friend screams and says he sees something standing in the grass. At this point we're spooked and just book it back to my car and drive off from this forest purgatory. Realize it was a full moon that night. Never get lost before or after this night, but that was the only time I was in the woods at night.